my outlaws doing today? Do me a favor. I know you're an outlaw and you should have already been subscribed. If you're here, you're an outlaw, subscribe. Do it. Hit that button right there. All right, if you're not an outlaw yet, I know you want to be an outlaw. We're rubbing off on you. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and we'll make you part of the Outlaw Nation. All right, guys, today I want to talk about your scope base on your rifle. A lot of actions already come with them. So an example of an action that comes with them is this Defiance Ruckus. It comes with a 20-minute of angle base. Now what that means is it's holding the back of your optic up, and so the optic is actually pointing towards the barrel, and that gives you more elevation to be able to shoot further. So 20, 30, 50 Ivy mounts, I think, will do like a 120 MOA to shoot extreme long range. So there are two main kinds. One of them is integrated. It's actually a part of the action, and it's this two-piece, and then one of them is a one-piece. Now, I can just tell you, owning both, so both of these are Defiance actions. One's a short action, 6.5 PRC, one's a long action, 300 PRC. The long action, I do not like the two-piece scope rail, not because of anything that in the function, but because it's a ½ inch longer than the short action. The scope ring has to set almost to the back of the scope. And so it looks funny, and I don't like to put pressure back there. I like to put the pressure more in the center of the scope. So an example of this is on this rifle, the scope ring on that two-piece has to go all the way back here when I like it like in the center. All right. But on the short action, which is this 6.5 PRC, I've never had that issue. It's almost like it was made to go up to each other. So I recommend this because I think it knocks off like 6 ounces. Ounces equal pounds and pounds equal pain. So the lighter you can make this for hunting purposes, the better you are off. Tactical purposes, I'd recommend a heavier gun. The heavier the gun, the better you're gonna shoot. For this Remington 700, it's a 20 MOA, and this one is one that you can put on. So it's not integrated into the action whenever it's built. It's one that I can put on. Do you need a 20 MOA or do you need a 30 MOA? So this is a US Marine Corps Badger picked 30 MOA. The truth is 20 MOA is pretty much gonna do everything that you need to do on short action calibers. On long action calibers, it can be argued that you don't need them. So an example, I built my dad a 7mm Remington Magnum for hunting. We just took an old Remington 700, I put a new barrel on it, blueprinted the action, slapped him a scope on there, got him his dope out to 800 meters, and he's a hammer with that thing. For the last 6 years, he's just been dropping animals after animals when he's hunting. He doesn't have that base on there because the 800 meters with a bigger Magnum caliber, you don't need it at all. So it just depends on your goal. Now, if you're trying to reach 1,500, 2,000, sure, you probably need a 20, maybe a 30. And if you're in the ELR, maybe you need a 40. But I would say in the big Magnum calibers, you probably don't need one at all, especially for hunting. Short action calibers, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6mm Creedmoor, 25 Creed, any of those, you probably need one, and 20 MOA will probably do all that you need. 30 and 40 is going to get out past the max range there. One of the things that you have to be cognizant of whenever you're choosing this is you want your scope rail to be, your scope to be as close to the rail and the barrel as you can possibly be without touching. Because the higher you get your face off of the gun, whenever you're using your rings and your scope base, the harder it is for you to be able to shoot well. So you want the optic as low as you possibly can get it to the barrel and to the scope mount. So it's something that you got to take into consideration there whenever you're using these. But for pretty much most things, and like a Manners stock that has the higher comb or the new Macmillans with a higher comb, a 20 MOA scope rail is all you're going to need. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching these tactical tips for bolt guns. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about us. Come back and watch some more. We appreciate you, American Outlaw Nation.